Alright, so tonight's meal starts with half of an onion, not a medium, a small chop to it. And so, I mean, you can kind of see here, what we got. Small chop to it. So right now, got the all clad on the Viking, and I'm actually going to fire it up to high. And let that pan get nice and hot. And once the pan is hot, I'm going to throw some of this toasted sesame oil, I assume it's sesame seeds. Throw that in the pan once that's nice and hot, and the onions will follow suit. Alright, so like I said, I got this thing heating up, and the ultimate test to determine that the pan is up to temperature. Usually I put the water in before it heats up, gives me a opportunity to see how things are going. Pretty interesting that once the pan is on. Okay, so I've obviously changed the temperature of the pan. You look in there, you can kind of see little bubbles going around. Turn my heat down to medium here on the Viking and give it a minute or two. Now, also got on the Viking grill one of these, I don't know what it's called, but it's one of these things for this kind of pan. It's I don't know what it's called. I just have one. Anyhow, it's for Chinese food preparation, so I'll continue. Okay, so now I got the onions in there. Turn on some light here. Turn on the pan. Okay, and I give these things just sitting there. Just give them a quick stir. Get those babies sauteed up. A little caramelization going. And over here, I'm going to turn this flame on. Leave that baby on high. I had to rinse out the pans. Not use that often, but once the water drips down, my pan will be at temperature and I'll be able to go from where I need to go. Today I went to the Jewels. Got this USDA choice fillet of sirloin. Got myself 2 pieces of it. Almost 7 pounds. Cost $12.23. Not a bad deal. I'm going to slice this stuff up here. In the meantime, you can see we got a nice caramelization going here. Got colors browning up really nice. That's good. And it looks good. You can see over here in this pan, I still can't remember the damn name of what it's called. Anyhow, you can see I got all the water's dispersed, so I'm at pretty high temperature. I'm going to turn this puppy down to low and let it sit here and stay warm. Like I said, I got this special cooking thingy here for this pan, and we'll be getting things going here in a moment. I'll tell you, you wish you had smell-o-vision. Those onions smell onions. They smell good. Alright, so here I got one of these Global, I think is the name of the manufacturer, knives. I'm going to put a nice edge on this to fillet the infamous filet mignon, or what do I got? Filet of sirloin. Get myself a nice edge on this. Kind of see how I'm doing this. I go from the bottom to the top. Make sure I get a nice angle on the blade as you hear my doggies in the background. You can see here I got a nice golden brown. I like to call it a suntan brown to my onions, and I think a Cajun chef or somebody used to say onions or something like that. Anyhow. It's a suntan brown, I like to call it. Got a little dark crispies on some of these. That's okay. Nothing but flavor. Alright? I had turned these down to low, let them go away. going to turn the flame off, but I'm actually just going to leave it on that same burner. A lot of heat retained on a Viking, so you know the warmth will slowly go down, but the heat is fairly well maintained on these Vikings. I got one fillet pretty much cut up here, and of course the dogs decide to bark because nobody's here. And you can see the strips I got them in. I cut these in half because I kind of want more bite-sized pieces versus long chunky pieces. Also, I'm not a fan of the fat. The fat is minuscule or very little on these fillets I got today, but I'm going to chop that off and make for good slices like I got. So I got my onions over into the wok. I got my all-clad fry pan here. It had the temperature off. I'm going to pop that back up to high. Now, there's oil in the pan, but I still want to know when my temperature's good. So I'm going to put just a wee drop of water in there, okay? Now, when this sucker comes to temperature, that stuff's going to fly and spit and spatter like there's no tomorrow. Once that's done, I know I'm at 312 degrees. I'm going to give my pan then a minute or two to keep it high temp. Now I'm going to throw my meat into this, the meat that I got all chopped up right here. I'm going to throw the meat into this, get that sear in it, okay? All right, that's all I want is a sear. And I'm going to turn the video off now because I'm actually going to take a paper towel and kind of dab the oil in here because I don't want all that oil. Some of that oil is fine, but I want to get rid of some of it too. I think I got a little too much in there. That's okay. We work with things, we learn from things, we keep moving. See, it's starting to spit and spatter right now. We were just talking about that. But a minute and 20 seconds ago or something? Okay, so the spitter and spatters kind of come down. My smoke is getting some smoke from the oil. I'm going to turn my temperature down to right around the medium mark. Now, medium on a Viking almost equates to high on a conventional stove, okay? So, you know, what I'm doing, I'm going pretty quickly, not quickly, but I'm moving along. Right? You kind of see what's going on here. I'm going to pour some oil in there, get those steaks going. You can see I kind of dabbed out most of the oil in here. I got it on low. A lot of people say, hey, Bill, you're doing a stir-fry dish. Why aren't you doing everything in here? Well, I want a little bit of control. I want to be able to adjust my flavors. And, hey, that's how I roll. Okay, so here we are. Got my meat frying up here. You see colors changing fairly rapidly, and that's okay. You know, because I just want to get a nice, quick brown on these babies. Okay? And sorry, I'm having a hard time doing the camera gig and the flipping all at the same time. Kind of a flip-flop type thing. Hey, that almost sounds like some, what, politicians do? Yeah, I got some pretty bizarre political views, and I'm okay with that too. That's okay. Try to keep it real. Try to keep it moving. Try to turn the red to brown. Get a nice look to this stuff. Oh yeah. Dinner's gonna be good tonight. Now, I think I mentioned that, excuse me, love a good burp. Anyhow, I think I mentioned about temperature. So, you know, I told you I got this thing, I adjusted my temp slow. When you throw meats and stuff in here like this, hey, guess what? It has an impact on the pan. The temperature of the pan. Not only the temperature of the pan, but the temperature of the oil. So now that I'm getting pretty much most of this stuff flipped around, I'm going to kick this baby up to high once again. Okay, kind of finish off the quick cook. Okay. Once I'm done with the quick cook here, I'm going to transfer all this meat into the onion. See, I got, it didn't take long to kick that temp up. I mean, you're hearing it sizzle. fairly rapidly, that sizzle kicked in from a low sizzle to a pretty quick and waitress positive. Okay? So, kind of seeing how I roll here. Alright, I think I got most of the bread turned over. And, yes indeed. Looking good. Oh, there we go. Alright, now, minute or two left on that. Got my onions here. I'm going to kick it back up to about between medium and medium low on this burner. So I'm going to start seeing bubbling. See it right away. It's starting to kick in. Got to go back onto my activity mode. That means I'm putting you on. Here we are back. Now, I got the all-clad fry pan here. I got the sesame oil, but I also have the meat juices. Kind of don't want to lose those. Yeah, it just looks like too much flavor. Plus, no, it smells good too. Now, over here, like I said, I got my temp set between medium, low, and medium. Okay, and in the wok, things are going good. So I'm gonna just kind of stir things up a little. I got the onion going. We're still getting some nice juices from the meats as they continue, and we're gonna meld in with that onion flavor. Cajun kitchen, Cajun, I don't know. The Cajun cook, I don't know. But anyhow, I got these things cooking. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm looking to try to keep this meat tender. Now, you saw me over here in the fry pan have that temp on high. Now, I really don't want it that high right now because low and slow equals tender meat. At least that's what I've been under the impression. Now, okay, that's looking good, smelling good too. All right, so now, okay, so at the Jewels, I don't know when, but I got a hold of this stuff. This Mushu hoisin sauce. Now, this is pretty good stuff. Adds a nice kick and nice flavor. Now, I actually bought myself another jar of this today, a new jar, because I didn't know I had this sitting in my fridge. And that's okay though. That's quite alright. Now, I'm going to add, I don't know how much. Let's see, I'm looking at, some in the bottle, not a whole lot. Maybe a couple shot glasses worth. So pop this lid off and pour in some flavor. See what we get there. There's about a shot. There's about another shot. And not much left in the bottle. What the heck, a little more. Spice of life. Kick it into the spice of life. Now, all these flavors are going to meld. Oh, they're going to be so good. Yes, indeed. Now, next ingredient. You know what? Tongs don't really get the edges down. I get the spatula here. Less noise, more mix, and I'm just gonna let that meld. Just let that meld. Oh, I'm letting that melt. I'm gonna turn my temp down just a wee bit more. Totally unconventional stir-fry methodology, but whoever said high is conventional. While I was at the Jewels today, I also got a bag of peppers here in different colors, and I also got a pretty large green pepper. Out of this bag I got the red pepper. You know, typical pepper steak, you know, kind of dish is all green. I like color. And so, oh, one more thing. There's something between the difference between this part of the pepper. Some peppers have 3, others have 4. Now, one's a male and one's a female. Which one's which? I don't know. Google it. Siri it. I don't care. But anyhow, one's supposed to have better flavor than the other. I'm thinking it's the 3-bump one. Hey, I'll find out later. But you know what? This is going to taste good regardless. Because, hey. Alright, so I got my green pepper here cut up. I got my red pepper here cut up. I'm kind of one of those guys that does guesstimation ratios. And, hey, I like the ratio. And the dogs go wild. As usual, nobody's here. I was talking about this sauce here earlier. And, you know, I want to reuse it. And the reason I want to reuse it is because, one, it has that beef stock flavor in it. I'm setting myself to medium right now. I'm going to get my temperature back up. And once I get a little bubblage going, I'm going to toss those peppers in there, turn my temp down, throw a lid on it, and let it, so you can see here I got some little bubblage going. Okay. Got my bubblage going, okay, and let's see, my temp, got that at medium. I thought I set that, but I must have had a boo-boo. Anyhow, so you see the bubblage going. I'm going to toss those green peppers in there, give them a quick stir, quick cook on a higher temp, and once that's done, sports fans, we're gonna move on to the next step. What's dinner tonight? I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. I called it earlier pepper steak Oriental, but hey, I don't know if it fits the bill. Now get a load of this. You know, I got the green peppers going. Okay, got the meat going. Got the hoisin sauce going. Use sesame oil. Now, I figured I'd toss something different into this dish. And this is what it is, like choy bean sprouts. Now, for those of you as old as I, and maybe older, maybe a little younger, who remembers La Joy makes Chinese food swing American. Hey, I don't swing that way anymore, baby. I just cook. So, when I was thinking about this dish today, I thought I was going to have to use a kind of maybe a thickening agent, but as you can see, we got a pretty nice sauce going in here. Okay, nice dark roast to it. Got the onions in there. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with what I got here. You know, it is a Chinese-inspired dish. I'm gonna put some soy sauce in there. A little more. Fill the bottle. Okay. Darken up that flavor of the sauce. Give it a nice different kick. Okay. And let's see here. Yeah, it's looking good so far. It's looking good. Looking good. You know, I had a bad cut on this piece of meat. I might have to dig in and eat that. I don't know. Make sure that gets on my plate. Alright, so back over here to the fry pan. Take a look at what's going on in here. We're getting a nice steam. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna toss these around a little bit. Now, you know, when you cook these things, alright, you might, you know, some people go for a little more crisp. Some people go for a little more tender, you know, so it's kind of a, what we call guesstimated taste flavors. Guesstimations. I love guesstimations. Lived a life full of guesstimations in the Navy. Oh yeah. Now, I got a little crunch with these. I'm thinking, might be time, maybe, I'm going to give them a couple. But we're moving along, folks. We're moving along. So one thing I got going on now, got the meat in here. I'm going to kind of check temperatures. So now we're just going to kind of go in a piece at a time. Turn on the probe here. What do end up with, looks like I'm at 124, 125. You want red meat typically, 140 or better. You get the redness out. The thing is, when you're doing a slow cook and you notice I did an initial quick cook around the outsides, I don't want to kick my temperatures too much up anymore. What I may want to do down the road after a few minutes is actually cut into a piece and see what my meat color actually looks like. And that's going to determine whether or not I kick my temperature up. Okay, so I actually cut that one piece, and if I look in here, unfortunately I'm color deficient, but I'm not seeing any red, maybe a little pink. It's hard for me to tell. So anyhow, this meat is definitely cooked through, and so I'm going to turn my temp on this down to low, and there you go. We're going to keep going. So we got a nice bubble going on this. We're at medium-low, and these have been in here for a few minutes. Nice colors, beautiful looking, beautiful smelling. Now, I noticed over here my sauce is it's getting a little thick, but I guess it's part of the nature of the cooking process based on what I used, and that's okay. Now, I'm going to take one of these peppers out, temp check, do a crunchy check, see if it's, you know what, tender on the outside, moist and crispy on the inside. I like it. I'm done turning this burner off. I'm not going to pour all, I might pour some of the juice that's in here into this to, kind of take and thin that out a little bit, but not a lot of it. Peppers are going in there. Alright, so, you know what? We got the sauce going in here, okay? Got a little, see the oils and the caramelization going on, and it smells wonderful. It really does, okay? Now, I'm going to give it the test. Just I'm thinking I need more hoisin sauce. But in the meantime, I'm going to dump the toy bean sprouts into the mix. Okay? And this sure looks good. Yes indeed. Looks good. Alright. Yeah, a little more hoisin. See how we go. So, I did. I added more hoisin sauce. Probably a shot and a half, almost 2 shots worth. Shot and a half equals what's called a long pour shot, which is a larger shot glass. Learned about that from my history with Jack Daniels. I don't call him Jack though, I call him John. So you can see a nice sauce going. Okay, look in there. Look at this. Kind of see it just flowing. Okay, not too thick, not too thin, just right. I'm gonna let those flavors meld. Okay, got my temperature on low. I'm gonna put probably another unconventional move. Actually gonna put the lid on this wok, and gonna get the rice prepared. And we'll go from there. I ended up not using this sauce. I thought I was gonna have to, or from the fry skillet. Thought I was gonna have to. Do need to rinse out and clean out the fry skillet though, because I plan on I'm gonna be cooking brown rice tonight, and then I'm gonna fry it up a little bit just for some textural enhancements. For the brown rice I'm using, it says to use for the measurements I want 1.5 tablespoons of butter. Now, one of the other things that I do unconventional is I actually melt my butter first, and then I add the appropriate amount of water. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn, now because I'm using a saucepan, my temperature here is definitely going to be at medium, and again, on a conventional stove, you know, unlike a Viking, the equivalent is of medium is about the same as high on a conventional stove. Now you can see right away I'm getting my mutter melting. I'm getting my butter melting. Anyhow, so once the butter is fully melted, I'm going to get the proper measurements of water, and I'm going to utilize hot water. That'll bring everything to a boil real quick. Once it's boiled, add the rice, cover it, let it sit based on the proper amount of time, and we'll go from there, folks. Back to the rice here. Now, got a lesson learned story on this. Got my melted butter going. I added the proper amount of of the hot water. I'm going to bring that all to a boil now. Not a major faux pas, but something I learned from. This rice mixture, because I'm using brown rice, it's actually going to take 35 minutes to cook. In all actuality, I did some poor planning because I didn't read directions, but that's okay. So anyhow, I got my butter mixture going here. I added the hot water after the butter had melted. It's going to come to a boil. Now, what I should have done and what I neglected to do was to read directions on brown rice. What I didn't know is the amount of time it will take to cook it. Turns out brown rice is going to take longer than white rice. I'm okay with that though. I got my dinner on low as far as the infamous pepper steak. It's looking good. It's going to stay nice and warm. Oh, does that smell good? I'm going to have to stir that up. But anyhow, so you can see I'm starting to get a boil here. Anyhow, point made. Know your cooking times ahead of time. It'll make dinner come together a little quicker. I learned my lesson. I move on. Take care. I'll be back in a minute. So, got the brown rice finished. Got the rice on the plate here. And I'm trying to expand my counter space. Oh, look. So anyhow, what happened with the beef pepper mix here, you can see the liquids in the veggies cooked down and thinned out the sauce, which is fine. Okay, because in all actuality, it allows for flavor to be scooped, put on the rice. As you can tell, I've got Wheel of Misfortune on, and hey, it's dinner time. Okay, so I got the mix going here. I'm gonna grab myself a little pepper, a little beef, got some rice on here, and oh yeah, I gotta tell you, even though I made an error in letting or waiting for the rice for last, I think what I actually did was created the allotted amount of time in order to get a very tender beef and very flavorful meal. Hey, later folks, I'm hungry. In the end, after doing a better analysis, one of the things I realized was that by putting the lid on low, or putting the lid on the wok, okay, having my temperature set on low, all right, what actually took place was the moisture within the peppers and the sprouts that I added and so forth like that actually broke down and created the juice, the sauce here, which, believe it or not, even though it was thinner than I was expecting or thought I desired, what actually happened was the the flavors made the sauce. I ended up with very flavorful and tender peppers, and the meat was extremely tender and flavorful. And yeah, I'm gonna have another. Boy, that's good. And you know, in the meat, on the outside of it, you can taste the hoisin sauce, a little bit of onion. Okay, just a wonderful medley. And not only that, but the juice created actually blended well, extremely well, with the brown rice, and the flavors were just stunning in my mind. But what do I know? Anyhow, so will I make this again? And will I actually make the rice at the end and, you know, have a 35-minute cook down? Damn straight I will. Sorry I can't actually share these flavors with you, but you got the video, you got the guesstimated cooking ratios, and hey, go for it. Enjoy. See ya.